Hey there, this is the Ethereal Gazette. How you doing? The reason why you came here, if you look at the video, I'm doing the submission guidelines that are general for the magazine. Issue 14 is a special guidelines this issue. Meaning I'm looking for novellas and novelettes to fill the pages. That was 1,800 words for filler stories. Then 8,800 words for novellettes, up to 18,000 words. Then the 20,000 to 29,000 words. With the one story to be the longest story in there, be House of Cards 3, which is closing it out. This will be the 6-year anniversary when House of Cards 3 was finished. Then we'll put this issue out. In my lap here, I'm going to show you one of the examples of what I have for the magazine. This is issue 11. Issue 11 is one of the local issues. It also has an oil painting for the cover. It's one of the issues I'm pretty much proud of. Like every author from the issue, every author from past issues of the Gazette that are local became part of this issue. And every issue, every fourth odd number issue is a local issue. So I'm going to have special guidelines for each local author of what I want. The magazine's like an anthology book format. It's a journal. I mean, it's a single entry, single column format for the magazine. Has a trade paperback. Meaning it's a bookshelf magazine. You don't read it on a toilet. It goes with you on a commute to Chicago via Metro. Like a conversation piece, if you will. So keep that in mind when you submit to the magazine. I'm looking for high quality horror stories, high quality modern science fiction stories, as in present day set science fiction. Meaning a period one set in the 80s and 90s. I do consider some period horror stories. I mean, if you got a Cold War style horror story, you can send it my way. Or a dark alternate history story. I'm looking for one of those. I haven't published those yet. But it'll be interesting to see one though. One thing I like to see is a gothic horror story set around the time of the first Iraq War. Saddam Hussein being tormented by the ghosts of his victims. I would love to see something like that for this issue. Or future issues on the magazine. With the magazine, I don't allow any GLBT related content. I'm a devout Christian. I don't subscribe to that. I don't want stories that glorify it. So, if you are that kind of writer, you can keep walking. There's other publications that publish this sort of thing. The Ethereal Gazette is not one of them. There's a false editor going around trying to say it publishes that sort of thing. It doesn't. Do not rely on the Writers Cafe listing because it's always vandalized. So I'm doing this via video, so you have a very strong idea what I take via video. The email address to submit to the Ethereal Gazette is etherealgazette@gmail.com, and the current email address is unclefossillive.com. If you're going to send me a text format for a story, send it to slushpileJunk@AOL.com. I take the text format there only because it reads it in a format where I can copy and paste it to a Word document without turning it all wonky. I'm looking for the stories to be DOC attachment, DOCX attachment, ODT attachment, WPS attachment, .abw attachment, RTF, and WPS attachments, along with SDW. I'm the only publisher that takes all those formats. So if you've got a story that's in those formats and looking for a home, this is your magazine for it, if you can follow the guidelines. I have a very slow rate right now with the magazine because it has no support from Maryland. And I took a blow because of Sam Cox when she accused me of stealing manuscripts for issue 10. Issue 10 is right here. This one has 3 local writers in there. One of them is probably the most controversial because of what closes it out. I'm not going to go into details about it, but that's the story. It's a preview on the magazine. That issue is home of a story I wrote as N.A. Pacione called Apartment 2W, which was in Wither Sing. This one has Lloyd Boken under my pen name, along with this one with the my pen name called Horror Charting. Issue 12, notably, is Ray Faraday Nelson as the lead story. Ray Faraday Nelson was gracious enough to let me publish the story 8 o'clock in the morning as a lead story. Then all the other writers came into play when they found out that Ray Faraday would be part of the issue. Issue 13 has Reverend Stephen Rage and Pamela K. Kinney in there, with our artist Susan L. Wickham. Wickham did a damn good oil painting for that anthology issue that was done in 1983. It came to my attention that the book in the painting was an Edgar Allan Poe book. So, irony being, I had the Black Cat in that issue, and for concurrent issues from issue 10 onward, does publish a couple of public domain stories. Issue 10 has a story from Plots Magazine from the Mystery Writer, which I transcribed in 2000. I published that story for a reason. I wanted that writer to come forward and claim the story so I could pay him. So, if you're watching this, The Mystery Writer, I want to thank you for inspiring me. Plots Magazine is the reason why the Ethereal Gazette took the direction it took. And it's a gothic magazine in the vein of morbid outlook, but a little more harder edged. I mean, it's a gothic magazine for people who are denim clad, who wear a lot of Levi's, listen to a lot of Metallica, Black Sabbath, and Iron Maiden. Maybe a little typo negative in there. It's very heavy metal inclined, so whoever's vandalizing the magazine saying is the Lady Gaga Gazette, oh, shut the hell up. They're saying it's like the Ethereal Gaga, oh, shut up there too. I don't listen to Lady Gaga. I can't stand her. I can't stand that dance pop crap. What the hell are you passing off for? Some kind of fag? I'm not a fag, pal. I'm a straight man. I don't listen to that kind of crap. So, if you want to know what I publish, like for sample copies, you can buy issue 11 as a download. This is the one that's available as a download. It's got a lot of writers who are local. One of the writers in there has a Chicago ties. And a reader submission by Darren Wilkes. After they read the stories in this issue. So basically, I got a couple of writers who came from the Ethereal Gazette reader. An actual reader submission. I don't get too many of those. I'm encouraging reader submissions. I love reader submissions. So if you're a reader, got a story to write, and you want to write a metafictional one, or a real person fic containing me in it, you're welcome to do so, just as long as it's not slash or anything. Don't go slashing me and my son. Like some dumbass from fucking Munster, Indiana named Belmont Turner. So with that being said, this magazine's been around since 2005. It's seen 13 issues in print already. I'm working to publish 13 more in its history. I'm trying to see how many issues I can produce until I'm 90 years old. How many volumes of the magazine I can produce. I mean, this thing is big. It came in overflow of the anthology tabloid purposes too. So, what I'm looking to do with the anthology, with the magazine, is try to do an average amount of the page count between 180 to 240 pages. Depending on the size. The anniversary issue would be a little bigger. Like for instance, if the magazine was published on the anniversary of the first issue, it'll be a good sized issue. Issue 12 is the third largest issue of the magazine. I didn't expect it to be that way, but when I was done with it, I was amazed by the size. It's got a lot of illustrators in that issue. This one does have a fanzine element. The artwork is by a science fiction artist from Texas. She did this either in pen or pencil, maybe a combination of two. But the result was pretty damn cool. The back cover is done by Lee Garrett, who was a tabloid purposes hopeful. And a few of the writers in the magazine were originally from tabloid purposes. So there will be a lot of tabloid purposes similarities in issue 12. Issue 13 is very unique in a way. I published some public domain stories in that one. About 2 from the public domain. I published 2 complete novellas. And it has a true story in there from me in there called Not Your Typical Night Out. That was a creative non-fiction story, which is as dark as my fiction ones.